In Otaheite Bay, fisherfolk from Otaheite and Lebrae gathered just before dawn. They readied their vessels, mounting engines, getting fuel, and then taking the fuel tanks and supplies aboard for what they hoped would be a long but successful trip. Their plan was not simply to protest and get attention. They wanted to stop the seismic survey ship in its tracks. With the early morning sun at their backs, the fisherfolk cast off from Otaheite Bay. The fishermen from Lebrae and Otaheite were met by their brethren from Claxton Bay and San Fernando. Together, dozens of boats made their way towards the site of the seismic survey off the coast of Pointe Paria, where two ships are currently operating in tandem. But even before they could get close to their target, the fisherfolk attracted the attention of Petrotrin police, who dashed in to intercept the pirogues. Even with faster, bigger and more powerful vessels, the efforts of Petrotrin police were frustrated. They could halt the progress of a pirogue or two here or there, but they could not stop them all. The convoy of fishing boats continued their pursuit of their quarry, one of the ships being used in the survey, with Petrotrin police boats in hot pursuit.
They're trying to stop the seismic survey, which is in process right now. We can see the seismic survey ship over my shoulder. We're not sure if they're doing any seismic bombing right now, but the attempt is to disrupt any actions they have going on today.
The police boats used their powerful engines to churn up wake, crossing in front of the bows of the smaller fishing boats to slow them down. It was a tactic that the fishermen planned to use as well. Using their greater numbers, they forced their way into the path of the seismic survey ship and slowed their pace, causing the ship to slow to a crawl to match their pace and allowing the ship's captain a chance to think of his next move.
Yeah, he changed angle because he cannot stop because the cables are in the water. He's doing the bombing already. But it's illegal, so we're going to go in front of the ship and stop it. But you got to be ready to pull out at a moment's notice because the ship cannot stop.
A maritime game of cat and mouse ensued as the seismic survey ship turned and ran to wherever the pirogues were not. And Petrotrin's police offered whatever resistance they could muster to slow down the pursuit. Environmental engineer Kahal Healy Singh told C News that one of the key concerns with the survey is that when granting approval, the Environmental Management Authority did not require data collection to determine the extent to which the fish population would be affected. He says the survey, which uses explosive blasts of air to help create a sonic image of the earth below the sea floor, has long-term ramifications as well.
The longer term is the cutting off of the hatcheries and the propagation of the fish. And these things are not understood clearly, and that is why it was so important that environmental impact assessments be carried out.
The fishermen in the end were outmaneuvered by the bigger boat, but not for a lack of trying. They simply didn't have the fuel to continue the chase, and the boats turned for shore. Their action is certain to get the attention of the relevant authorities. They wait to see what, if any, action will be taken. Jonathan Chase, C News.